How long could we survive without electricity? Imagine a life without electricity. How would you get to work, cook a meal, or heat your home? For most people in urban areas, the answer is simple: you wouldn't. As our lives become increasingly digital and reliant on automated internet-connected devices, the effects of a power failure grow ever more significant. European cities in particular are ill-prepared for prolonged blackouts. The report, Electricity: How Long Could We Survive Without It?, examines the potential impacts of extended power outages on urban environments and proposes strategies to reduce our vulnerability to such events. Power outages can stem from numerous causes: storms, heavy snowfall, falling trees, and even heat waves can damage power lines. Human error by power plant operators and the degradation of aging infrastructure components also pose significant risks. In the most severe instances, accidents or fires at power plants can lead to widespread disruption, potentially causing fuel shortages and other resource scarcities. With the increasing frequency of extreme weather events due to climate change, the likelihood of power outages is expected to rise. The consequences of power outages are far-reaching, affecting safety, daily living, transportation, work, heating, food supply, leisure activities, and healthcare services. European cities rely heavily on electricity for their day-to-day functions. Therefore, how can we make our urban areas less vulnerable to power failures and mitigate their impacts? To enhance resilience, cities need to prioritize the modernization and maintenance of their electricity infrastructure. Developing comprehensive contingency plans is essential. Incorporating renewable energy sources and decentralized power systems can offer a more dependable energy supply. Additionally, public education on energy conservation and emergency preparedness can play a significant role in minimizing the effects of power outages. The dire consequences of power failure. Modern life is entirely dependent on a stable electricity supply, and when this supply is disrupted, essential systems will cease to function, plunging human life into chaos and danger. Healthcare and medical care. Hospitals and medical facilities will be the most severely affected. Critical medical equipment such as ventilators, dialysis machines, and surgical instruments all require electricity to operate. When the power goes out, surgeries will have to stop, ventilators will cease to function, and this can result in the loss of many patients' lives. Cooling and preservation systems for medications will also fail, causing essential drugs like insulin and vaccines to spoil. Safety and security. Prolonged power outages will lead to chaos and insecurity in society. Security systems such as surveillance cameras, alarm systems, and public lighting will stop working, creating conditions for increased criminal activity. Police and fire services will struggle to respond promptly to emergencies due to a lack of information and communication. Essentials and food supplies. Power outages will cause a shortage of clean water because water pumps will not operate. The cessation of water supply systems will result in a lack of drinking water, affecting personal hygiene and public health. Cooling systems in supermarkets and warehouses will stop functioning, leading to the rapid spoilage of perishable food and causing food shortages. The urban population is dangerously dependent on electricity. In the event of a power outage, the pumps supplying water to homes and apartments would cease to function. High-rise buildings would be the first to lose water, and as water towers deplete, even the lower floors would face scarcity. Heating systems, refrigerators, and freezers, all reliant on electricity, would fail, plunging homes into cold and spoilage. Lighting, ventilation, and daily use appliances would also be rendered useless. The very comforts of modern living would be stripped away, leaving a stark reminder of our vulnerability. Vital societal functions would come to a standstill without electricity. Grocery stores, for example, would face immediate crises in cooling and heating food products, and electronic payment systems would crash. This would cause a rapid decline in food availability, exacerbating panic and chaos among the population. Extended outages would disrupt storage management, ordering, and supply chains, leading to widespread shortages and even potential famine in extreme scenarios. Hospitals, critically dependent on electricity, would see surgeries halted, respirators shutting down, and hygiene severely compromised. The sudden loss of power in medical facilities could lead to a catastrophic loss of life, particularly for patients reliant on life support systems. Waste management systems using pressure piping would fail, leading to hazardous accumulations of waste. The breakdown in sanitation could result in public health crises, as garbage and sewage build up, inviting vermin and disease. Production facilities would be hit hard. Power stations, wastewater treatment plants, and industrial facilities would struggle, with production losses leading to massive financial costs and safety threats. Chemical plants requiring high temperatures and pressures would become ticking time bombs, posing severe risks to both the environment and personal safety in the absence of power to maintain equipment. The shutdown of industrial operations would not only impact the economy, but also lead to environmental disasters, as toxic substances could be released uncontrolled. Infrastructure collapse would be imminent. Traffic control systems and fuel distribution networks would grind to a halt. Streets would flood as pumps fail, and in winter, the lack of plowing and road cleaning would cause widespread chaos. Transportation systems, including trains and subways, would stop functioning, stranding millions and disrupting commerce. The failure of digital communications would sever our connection to the rest of the world, leaving communities isolated and in the dark. The ripple effects would extend far beyond inconvenience, endangering health, safety, and the environment. The fabric of modern urban life is intricately woven with threads of electrical power, and when these threads are cut, society unravels. The grim reality is that our cities are woefully unprepared for such a catastrophe, making the need for robust contingency planning and infrastructure resilience more urgent than ever. Long-term implications are equally alarming. With no power to fuel economic activities, financial markets would crash, leading to a severe economic depression. Social unrest could become rampant as people struggle to access basic necessities. The psychological impact on the population would be profound, as the sudden shift from a technologically driven society to one devoid of electricity would create a sense of helplessness and fear. In essence, a power outage would unleash a cascade of failures, threatening the very fabric of modern urban life. However, it is not as unlikely as it may appear. When power outages occur, preparedness is essential. City planners can play a pivotal role in preventing power outages and mitigating their adverse effects through strategic measures and infrastructure planning. By enhancing the resilience of our power systems and ensuring comprehensive safety protocols, we can better navigate the challenges of a future where reliable electricity might not always be guaranteed. Through these proactive steps, we can create a safer, more resilient society that can withstand and quickly recover from power disruptions, ensuring that essential services and daily life continue with minimal interruption.
That's all the information that we have for you today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you never miss out on future episodes. And be sure to also tell us what you think about today's content. Everyone's support motivates us to continue delivering quality content and to always improve. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.